is John McConnon with underwaterrealestate.com. And you might say, well, why are you in the Wayback Machine looking at upsidedownrealestate.com? And I'm going to tell you, as I was preparing to create the underwaterrealestate.com certification, I went back to the Wayback Machine and my website from 2011. And I wanted to see, because part of it, not only we're going to certify you, not only we're going to talk to you about how to negotiate with a bank, but really the most rewarding part of this process, really the most rewarding time in my real estate career was when I was helping the clients. And I remember them being so stressed. And sometimes they were in my office and they were crying. And when I could explain to them their way out, when I gave them clarity about their future, everything changed for them. They realized that they had maybe been worrying too much, or they were trying to save their property and they gave up all their life savings and they didn't have much left. And they're like, they just wanted it to stop. And we can establish a baseline and we say, we can work on it from there. This is our plan. This is what we're going to do. And we could ask them, what their goals were, and we could align what we could do with them with their goals. Now, it was tremendously rewarding. And we're going to talk, that's what our certification, our training is about, how to talk to sellers. But also, when you're underwaterrealestate.com certified advisor, I think the sellers need to see you. Like, for instance, who are our competitors? Maybe one might be sort of the distressed property people. Well, I've had clients say to me, my property's only a few years old, it's not in distress. And I'm like, exactly right. Distressed properties, historically, and I've been, since 91, I was a lawyer and doing real estate. Distressed properties are properties that are in such a state of disrepair, the buyer has to buy them for cash because they can't get loans. And the vast majority of upside down properties right now are not distressed properties. In fact, most distressed properties are not upside down properties because frequently the lender paid off the owner paid off those loans a long time ago. It's just that they were fixed income people and they didn't put a lot of money in their property and it's in a state of disrepair. That's a distressed property. So, it was so easy when we were up against distressed property experts. So I'm like, well, I'd ask them, is your property this, this, and this? And I'm like, well, then you don't need a distressed property expert. You need a upsidedownrealestate.com expert, underwaterrealestate.com expert on your property. Although I made sure to explain as a lawyer, I'm not going to say I'm an expert. I'm not supposed to, but realtors can. And so, that was easy. Like, distressed property is just adding to sellers' confusions. What you are is you're an underwater real estate certified advisor. And your job is to give them clarity about their plan and their options before they even agree to list their property or sell their home. Sorry. That's the first aspect. What do we do? That's what we do. We put the client's interests ahead. Like, for instance, if they're underwater, but we can get them out from under the property without going short, we'll agree to reduce our commissions down in order to save them. And we're going to try to get buyers agents who will do the same. So that's like our job one. Let's avoid being short. Job two, let's find out our client's goals, give them a plan, execute on the property, and then begin the short sale. Job three, there's going to be times where we know, because we know, even though we're not going to give people their options, their best options, depending on our laws, we're going to be fully aware of what the foreclosure timelines are in our state. And we're going to know if there's time to do a short sale and it's comfortable. We're going to have milestones. We're going to say, well, if it's getting this close, it is time to bring a lawyer in to see if we can stop the foreclosure process, if we can delay it, what those options are in our state. For instance, you're in California, I could already tell you all of it. And I could also say, well, there's also a new law last year that gives us just regular rate agents. I'm a broker and attorney, but gives agents a chance, if they do it right, to get more time. So, agents in California, we're going to talk about that. Agents in Florida and in Texas and Arizona. That's why you're going to be the initial opening cohort. We're going to establish that. We're going to do a lot of things together. And because you helped me establish this in the beginning and you're the founding cohort, you're going to have a right to basically, not with respect to law stuff, but with respect to the programs, you're going to be able to bring in other agents. And for doing that and for being the founding cohort, you'll be able to get an affiliate referral fee, whatever, in affiliate marketing, whatever they call that fee. We're going to talk about that because you're going to be the cohort. You're going to help us establish the program. I feel that you should be entitled to some of the revenue that it generates. So if you'd like to learn more, you can go to underwaterrealestate.com right now and click on for realtors, and there'll be a page and explaining a little bit more about the program and giving you an opportunity to talk to us. What are some of the other things? Like, that's what you would expect in the program. and then the ability to ask us questions and be part of the community as it goes on. But we're going to talk about, content marketing and really marketplace dominance. And it's really odd because you're going to have these people all over YouTube, and they did a better job of it than I did, but they talk about how to become the leader in your marketplace and how do you want to establish that. And I'm going to tell you that I did this before any of them were really even on the internet. You can go back and see my videos. The internet was so slow. It sounded like, I was a voice over IP and it would, delay and modulate. But you can go to my channel on YouTube. It's now called listingattorney.com, but you'll see videos from 2007, 8, 9. You'll see this website from upsidedownrealestate.com. You'll see I knew about short sale keyword clusters. This is in 2011, right? These are keyword clusters today. That's what they call it, right? We were doing this because it made sense. This is like I was seeing where my customers were coming from, and I was like, wow, okay, so it's really cool to have San Diego short sales. So then I was like, well, let's do Orange County short sales, and we were getting a lot of queries. We were watching Google Analytics was telling us a lot of people want to know about Bank of America short sales, and we're coming to our site. So I improved that. And so we're going to go over the order in which we want to establish our dominance in our marketplace for these keywords. We're going to go over some of the best training I ever saw was the idea of putting out a series of videos. Sometimes they're 4, sometimes they're 10. But if you can figure out what the customer journey is and put those videos in front of them, and also because the videos are going to be self-reinforcing, you want to have some of the keywords that are easy to get and some of the keywords that you really want to, the real buyer intent, the intent keywords, you want to create a series that works all together like that. And in fact, at underwaterrealestate.com channel on YouTube, I laid the groundwork. I haven't done the work. We're going to do the work together of doing the keyword research, but I put the videos out that I thought would be important. And then we're going to match that up and we're going to create our trust video series and we'll put money behind it if necessary. But over time, as we get views on one, it should bring the whole thing back up to establish our marketplace dominance. Now, you're going to want your website to work in concert with those videos if you really want to get marketplace dominance. So we're going to talk about that in 3 and 4, and I've adopted just to do all the research, so to prepare. So I knew that I could teach this all to you. There are some great AI prompts that we could be using now, and some very interesting AIs, and we're going to use that. And I'm also, because I own a seat with Go High Level, we're going to, for people that are interested, we can do this together in Go High Level, and we'll have a program related to that. So all of that's available at to find out more at underwaterrealestate.com. And then the final piece here is, do I really succeed in doing what I just explained? And this is, now I did short sales. This was as of September 4th, 2011. We did short sales. We even had an office location in Sacramento. We got so many short sales and leads and clients from Sacramento, but we did short sales in the desert, in Riverside, in Orange County, San Diego, LA, some even in Santa Barbara, all the way up. This was just, as of 2011, this was just San Diego in the Wayback Machine. Found it, 2011 in the Wayback Machine. So did this work? It sure did. Will it work again? It sure will. And that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to help you establish marketplace dominance. Thanks. My name is John McConnon. Find out more at underwaterrealestate.com.